Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah, hi Joey.
Well, congratulations for clearing the third group of CMA final.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It's been very helpful.
Yes. So I just wanted to know, like, how your journey has been. Like, when did you decide to pursue CMA, right? Whether it was in your work life or did you always wanted to be a CMA? How was it?
Actually, frankly telling, it was actually the requirement of my work because I started my career sometimes in 2005 somewhere. So then, during the initial phase, it was not that much required. But during the passing the lower management level and coming to the middle management level, I realized that there is something to be added. And also, there was a push from my family, especially from my wife, to pursue that. So somewhere in 2014, I decided after starting my careers and spending 8 years in the work.
Mm-hmm.
Then in 2014, I decided and got cleared the intermediate in next couple of years. Then there was a change in job. So because of that, I could not pursue for a couple of years. Then I again restarted in 2017 and could not succeed in 17 and 18. And then with the support of SuperProfs, in the third attempt, I could clear this third group. And yeah, the this is has been the journey so far, and I'm targeting to complete in the December attempt the final also, the fourth group.
I'm sure this time you'll be able to do it in the very first attempt. So, when you were preparing in 2017 and 18, what were the resources that you were using?
In 17 and 18, frankly telling, I was doing the self study because because I also work in the finance only. So I had that exposure to the studies, and somewhere I could relate the course to my day to day working. But
Right.
the thing is, what we do in our practical job sometimes do not match the theory because academics are more core, and we do not go up to that much depth, and the cases are slightly difficult what we face in the practical life. So that's why my reliance was like with my practical exposure, I would be able to do with the self study, but it was not working out, especially for the core subjects like taxation, this decision making, strategic financial management. So these were the core subjects which were not actually being practiced in detail in our day to day working. So these were not getting correct as far as the this corporate law and compliance and concerned. So these subjects I was through actually. So I was through in the 17 and 18 also, but these core subjects were not getting through. So that's why I just opted for the online study support from the SuperProfs, and then I was able to crack it in the June.
All right. So you have a full-time job and you are married and you have like you have to maintain that balance in work life, personal life, and then additionally start studying. So that must have been very difficult to manage.
Yeah, slightly tough, but I would say the people around me are very supportive. Not only in job, but also my family has been very supportive. In fact, keeps on motivating me whenever I am in some leisure mode or something. So they keep on pushing me like it has to be done. So because of the people around me are very supporting and getting the things and pushing me wherever I am not doing the things rightly. So because of all the support of the people, it's getting done. Otherwise it is as you rightly said, it is difficult like doing a full time job, having the family and having those responsibilities. It is slightly difficult, but when the people around you are supporting, and then the things get easier.
Right. So when and why did you decide to go for online coaching?
Yeah, when in 2018 it was not cracked in December attempt, then I decided like this, some core study is required because whatever the aspects on my practical knowledge I was covering were not enough for cracking the exam.
Right.
So then it was a distance. Then I searched on the YouTube and Gmail, whatever the options are available for the video classes. There were three, four options were there, for which SuperProfs was the more suitable option because you were giving the functions of viewing the videos unlimited times, and also the support staff with whom I initially made the interaction for buying the course were also very practical and helpful. So because of that, then post my initial research, I opted for the SuperProfs to have that core understanding of the subject and getting the things done in the examination.
Right. So you mentioned unlimited views was one of the reasons why you selected. So was it helpful? Like, were you able to read, revise, or read again through those videos?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, because there are some checklist topics where actually limited views do not help sometimes, because like sometimes we are not able to do dedicated study for a couple of hours. Like sometimes on the way to my office I am studying. Sometimes I am managing for half hours in between the scheduled jobs. So unlimited views help me in doing that, because if we are doing with 100% focus all the time, then it is easy to understand the things in one instance or two instance. But when you are managing the things in between, then the multiple views help for, especially for the checklist topics.
Right. And also you mentioned that you would be studying when you would be commuting on the way to office and all. So did you use mobile app also, the download feature, or just on your laptop you would watch?
Yeah, I have started using that. Till now, till June attempt, I was doing that browser through on the mobile. I was doing, but I was doing through browser. But this time I have downloaded the app, and app is looking very good.
Oh,
So yesterday, I think yesterday was my first login to the app, and the first lecture I saw on the app yesterday only.
okay, okay. So you have the download feature, so you can download prior, and on the way you can just simply watch them even if there's no internet on the mobile app.
Yes. I'm using that.
Okay, fine. So
It's helpful.
sorry.
I'm using that, and it's helpful.
Achha,
Helpful.
it's helpful. Oh, all right, okay. So, what was the preparation plan? Like you mentioned that there were like around two subjects which you were very comfortable with, but there were two subjects which you needed to practice a lot or study. So, what was your schedule like, especially with work? How did you find those chunks of time to study?
Especially my commuting time from my home to my office is around 1 hour one side. So I use that one way journey, that 1 hour time while going to the office, because while return we have certain things to discuss, because of people, some people are also travel around me in the same cab. So while going to the office, that morning 1 hour I was dedicatedly using for the study, and apart from that, the weekends I was doing. And the study plan was broadly like I just went through the past year examination pattern, and started my study from those points where either I was not aware of much, or the things which were mostly repetitively coming. So that my first intention was just to cover those things where I was actually not that much comfortable. And there were some areas where I was practicing in my day-to-day work and I was slightly more comfortable. Those things I put for the second phase. But the thing is, as far as the CMA is concerned, we have to actually touch all the aspects, at least 80% course, because we may not sure from where the things come. And also the paper pattern is like this. They while preparing the paper, they actually touch all the contents, whatever is prescribed in the course. So we should focus on the core, but definitely we should also touch the subject, so that if something matching comes into the paper, at least we should be able to attempt.
Right.
That was my strategy.
Okay. And it improves your understanding of the whole concept. So even if it is not tested, it will come handy in your practical knowledge if you understand. If because these are for your practical life. So even if you just मतलब एक सब्जेक्ट को केवल रट लिया और जाके पढ़ लिया तो जो
Yeah.
प्रैक्टिकल एस्पेक्ट है वो तो फायदा नहीं होगा उसका, फिर एप्लीकेशन तो नहीं होगा.
Bilkul, absolutely.
So apart from SuperProfs, did you use any resources for your preparation, or was the tests and notes वगैरह etc. enough?
Tests and notes were there. Initially, I did took help. I think there was one more resource, but it was for very less amount of time. That was study at home, but that was for very less amount of time. That was, again, those restrictions were there, as I just told you, for limited use and all. So that's why then I moved to SuperProfs, and that was the only support which I took, apart from the self study and previous area examination patterns and all.
Okay, all right. So, as you mentioned that your SuperProfs courses were very helpful. So, why would you suggest SuperProfs or online classes to the other students, fellow students who are there?
Actually, the most favorable thing about the online classes is the flexibility of time, because we do, everyone, whether we are in a student life or we are in a work life or whatever, everyone has something to do apart from the study. They may have some household works, they may have some profession or business going on in their family, because see, when we enter into the CMA, we are already in an age of 18 to 20 or 21. So we have to perform certain other things also. So that online functionality give us the utilization of the time in a very flexible manner. And the second thing, now we are actually more towards the we are more inclined towards the soft studies, not on the book studies, as long as the study is evolving. So this is also one thing for which we should opt for the online pattern. And the third thing is, we may not have the direct interaction with the teachers on a day-to-day basis, but whatever the problems are there, those are actually getting sorted out over the emails and with the support team. So I think broadly the things are covered. It's flexible. It gives you more horizon to the study, and it also gives you the liberty to manage the other things. So these are the three, four things for which I would recommend the online study.
Thank you, Abhishek. So,
Yeah.
during your studies, was there any specific professor that you'd like to thank, or you felt that helped you a lot?
Yeah, for the direct taxation, I was thankful for Professor Rajesh, and for the strategic cost and decision making, I did for a shorter span of time, but Mandiratta sir was very helpful.
Amit Mandirata sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, lastly, are there any, words of wisdom or tips and strategies for aspiring students, whether they're working professionals or full-time preparation?
Yeah, we discussed, like I would say about the two things. Students, in my opinion, should at least touch all the aspects, whether it is coming in the past year exams or not. They should touch, because examination paper may surprise to anyone. And the second thing, I would say, like our more focus should be on the coverage and on the important and important topics, because so that at least you will be able to attempt everything in the exam, whether you have not gone into the detail and you already have covered the important topics. So from there you can secure at least some marks. So with a balance of these two, I think we can do that.
All right. So they have to create the smart strategy wherein first of all they can read and have a basic understanding of the complete topics, and then focus more on the learning of the topics which come consistently and are more important.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Abhishek. That's wonderful, and I'm sure fellow aspirants will find your tips and strategies very helpful. Thank you for taking time out to do this interview. All the best for
Thanks a lot. I would also like to thank SuperProf for being very supportive and helping me out in the studies. And thanks for your good wishes for my upcoming exams.
all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.